Honey, are you sure you're going to be all right on your own?
Stop worrying, will you? I can manage. You just look after the girls in court.
Oh, I will, don't
Anyone home?
Oh, Maxine, what the hell are you doing here?
Oh, well, that's a lovely welcome, isn't it?
I mean, look at you. Look as though you haven't been to bed for days.
Are you kidding? I'm travelling with me man.
What are you trying to do, lose your parole?
G'day, Maxine Daniels.
I'm sorry, Mickey Wallace says she's working for me now.
Ah, good for you.
Maxine, what are you doing in town?
Well, I had a fight with me ma and blew me stack, so I took off with Spud.
Well, I suggest you take off straight back home again. You're going to end up losing your parole.
Yeah, I know. I just want a bit more time to cool off.
Well, how'd you like to cool off at Wentworth?
Yeah, I may as well. At least I felt like I was part of a family up there.
Honey, give it a bit of time. I mean, your mum needs you now that she's on her own. You don't want to end up back in Wentworth, do you? I mean, do you remember Miss Ferguson?
Oh, yeah. You really know how to get to a girl, don't you?
Now, do me a favour. Go upstairs and have a shower, clean yourself up, and go home.
Yeah, all right, but can I have a cup of coffee before I go?
Sure you can. I'll get it while you're in the shower.
Hey, seen Bea or Lizzie lately?
Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see them now.
Oh, how are they?
Oh, they're good, real good, real good.
Oh, well, give them a love.
I will. Do me a favour, don't mention Bea or Lizzie to her. Otherwise, she's going to do something stupid and turn up at court.
Right.
Just see that she has a shower, something to eat, and goes home, okay?
Judy, go.
I'm going.
Not exactly pleasant, is it?
No, not really. Of course, it's only one's word against the other.
Miss Ferguson's been accused of something like this before, hasn't she?
Yes, that's right. Nothing actually proven.
I see.
You sent for me, Governor?
Yes, Miss Ferguson. It's about this complaint by Tracy Bellman.
Yes, well, the whole thing's a fabrication, of course. These women are only too eager to try and drag officers down.
Yes, I understand that, but what exactly happened?
I was patrolling the corridor, and I heard screams coming from Bellman's cell. I had been assigned to her, so I naturally went in to investigate. She was thrashing about in her sleep and appeared to be having some sort of a nightmare. I bent over her to try and wake her, and she began abusing me. She said that I tried to kiss her.
What gave her that idea?
Certainly nothing that I did. Probably had something to do with her nightmare.
Well, there's nothing anyone can do to prove it one way or the other, so I think the best thing is to relieve you as her supervising officer.
That makes it appear as though she's in the right.
It also stops further accusations. I'm sorry, but we have to look at the overall picture, and I think for the good of Wentworth and the prisoner's health, we have to go along with the girl's request.
Her request? So it's her decision?
No, it's mine, and I've made it. That'll be all, thank you.
You realise, of course, Governor, that you're playing right into their hands, don't you?
No, I don't. A statement will be given to Tracy Bellman that clearly indicates we in no way accept her accusation. Now, if I'm right, you're due in court this morning to give evidence.
I've just been to see the Governor, Bellman. I thought you might be interested in the results of your filthy accusations. I've been completely cleared of any guilt, and I've requested a transfer back to normal duties. So you'll have some other poor mug to pick you up off the floor when you fall out of your wheelchair. But just for the record, Bellman, what makes you think that anyone would be interested in making advances towards you? And it's not your legs I'm talking about. It's your mind that's crippled. Shut up! I felt sorry for you, Bellman, because you were suffering and you were angry because you were different. Believe me, I know exactly how that feels.
I don't want your pity.
It's not pity. It was understanding and trying to make your life in here a bit easier. But you're so wrapped up in yourself you haven't got the sensitivity to realise that. Well, you're on your own from here on in. And the best of luck, girlie, because without me, you're sure as hell gonna need it.
And you were actually in attendance when the fatal shot was fired?
Yes.
What transpired after that?
Well, it was all a bit of a shock, but I do remember Sister Kelly and Officers Powell and Ferguson arriving on the scene pretty quickly.
And did the accused, Mrs. Smith, make any statement regarding the shooting?
Well, yes, but I can't remember the exact words.
Try. I'm sure the other officers will remember.
I do believe she said, "I've got Mackenzie, and next I'll get you."
And to whom was she referring?
Officer Ferguson.
And why would the accused make such a threat against you?
Well, it's all part and parcel of the job, I'm afraid. The inmates resent any form of discipline, and I pride myself that I work strictly to the rules. The officers aren't the most popular people in a prison.
That's a lot of bull. You're the only screw we hate.
Order, order. Any further outbreak and you'll be physically restrained.
Sit down, Lizzie. Shut up, you'll make these worse for yourself. She makes me puke. Look at her standing up there like
See what
some
I mean?
innocent angel.
They're the sort of women we have to deal with all the time.
Can you give any reason why you think Mackenzie was shot?
In my opinion, it was only a matter of time. They were arch enemies from the moment they met. They were constantly at each other's throats. Smith resented any influence Mackenzie had over the women. Before Mackenzie arrived, Smith was the undisputed leader.
Thank you, Miss Ferguson.
Witness, you may step down.
You've got to find some way of showing that she and Mackenzie were trying to drive me insane.
Unless we can get Zara Moonbeam's cooperation, we don't stand a chance.
She'll settle down again, Mum, you'll see.
She'll have to. If she breaks her parole, they'll send her back to jail.
Hi, Mum. How are you?
Just about the same, Roger. I was just going. I'll leave you to have your lunch in peace.
Now, don't worry, Mum, she'll be all right. I've been waiting for a phone call from you all morning.
Yeah, well, what I had to tell you, I could hardly do it on the phone, could I?
You thought of something?
Yeah, it's a bit risky, but it's all I could come up with.
Well, what is it?
There's a local businessman who deposits his whole week's takings every Wednesday, the same time every week. He's as regular as clockwork. He even takes the same route. He takes a shortcut down the lane behind the shops and straight around to the bank.
Roger, you're not serious. You're not going to rob him.
Look, he always banks about $5,000. Well, don't you see, I'm up against a wall. It's the only way left.
But you're not a thief. You can't.
Well, why not? Look, in the eyes of the law, do you think it makes any difference whether I rob some man in the street or steal from some woman's bank account? You still get sent up for it. And I'll do anything to stop that from happening, love. Anything.
Well, Zara told me she was being forced into it, so she ought to know. No wonder poor B went off the deep end.
And who did you say was forcing her?
Mackenzie and the freak, of course.
Your Worship, I object. This is complete hearsay and contradictory to Miss Moonbeam's testimony.
Well, it's the truth, and Zara wasn't game to admit it because she was afraid of what the freak might do to her.
Order. You must address your evidence to defence counsel or the bench only. Objection sustained.
And according to the evidence, it seems obvious that it was under your instructions that Birdsworth agreed to deliver the murder weapon to you and to inveigle Mackenzie by some deceitful pretext to her execution.
No, that isn't true. Lizzie didn't know what I was up to. I didn't tell her because I knew she wouldn't be in it. Mackenzie and Ferguson have been trying to drive me mad for weeks. I loved my daughter, and they tried to make me believe that I was hearing her voice.
Now you say it was Zara Moonbeam's voice. Wouldn't you know the difference?
They got me to the point where I was ready to believe anything, don't you see?
No, Mrs. Smith, I do not. I suggest that your unhealthy fascination with the afterlife has nothing whatsoever to do with the crime in question. I further suggest that you deliberately set out to murder the deceased purely to re-establish your position in the prison hierarchy.
No! No, I'm sorry, I can't help you. We have no one by the name of Muriel Baxter staying here. Yes, I'm quite sure. Yes, I will. Yes, goodbye.
Who are you talking to?
That deadbeat husband of yours. Don't worry, I put him off the track.
What? You stupid bloody idiot. Who the hell do you think you are, interfering in my private life?
But I thought you said you
Never
didn't...
mind what I said. You just keep your nose out of my business. If anyone's